And encouraged by the pace y'all are playing within these first two games and just consistently, finding transition opportunities.
I'm extremely encouraged. So we've been playing good ball. Early in the season, first two games, we got some things we can clean up a little bit, but in terms of just our effort, our flow, the spurts that we go on, obviously we got to string together more spurts and longer ones, but pretty encouraged just from the way we played the first two games. New team, new group, so it'll take a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask about. Just what's the process been like for you, just figuring out, how to make your impact with this group and figuring out what they got going on so far?
It's just that. I feel pretty comfortable. I feel pretty solid out there. I feel like we got good flow, good chemistry. Just some small things that you still are learning about your teammates, where they're going to be, where they like to be in certain moments of the game. Some play calling down the end of the stretch. Just small things. Things are obviously very fixable. Really good though. Feel really encouraged.
JP, are those things actually showing up late in games? You guys were right there in two games that were winnable, but you couldn't close it out. And is that if you guys were more on the same page, those maybe that would have been a win or even two?
You can always say that. It's just the first two games though. And new team, and we're a younger team too, so we need to go through these close moments, these crunch time moments, last 4 minutes of the game. And also know how important other possessions are throughout the course of the game that'll prevent us from even, going down to the wire. But I think it's good for us. It's battle testing us very early on in the season, because these are going to be things that we can rely on and we can go back to later down the season when it's time to, put strings of wins together.
What was it like playing the Smoothie King Center?
I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. I went back and I told all my people, it feels so good to be in an environment where the fans are engaged and you can feel the electricity in there. You can feel the positive energy. You can feel the fans chanting. The last 2 years, dead in there. It was dead in Capital One. But this is up there right now. Obviously, it's just the first game, and we want to see how the season goes, and hopefully our fan base can just keep supporting us, keep building into this team, because I feel like we're pretty special. But definitely reminisce of my first 4 years, just how electric the crowd is. You can feel it. And I think we have players on our team who feed off that. So if we can find a way to keep that up, that'll be huge.
Saw that emotion a couple times with big plays, a bunch of different players.
Yeah, it's huge. I feed off that. I feel like, especially people who kind of know my game and watch NBA the last 6-7 years, understand how, personally, I feed off of big energy plays, transition threes. You got guys like Z who can go get a big dunk, or Trey who can go get a big dunk. So we'll be a team that feeds off that crowd energy, and I want other teams to know that it'll be a challenge coming into play at Smoothie King, because it matters with our 41 home. So
we talked a lot about a lot of these players, everyone being kind of around the same age. Now DeAndre into that situation, how has he been?
Good vet. He's been in the league for a very, very, very long time. He's played at the highest level, and I think he's going to bring a lot of experience to our team. Obviously, we're down in bodies right now with our fives, but he'll help us. He'll be vocal. Good vet, a lot of NBA experience, and I think it'll be good to kind of integrate him into this team, this role. I think it's a big pickup for us for sure.
How impressed have you been with the rookies on 19 and 20 to be able to come in and produce and contribute the way that they have already?
Huge. I think it's been amazing. I think we'll need them to step up all season long in order for us to make a really good run, but they're learning, and we got to give them grace too. So as good as they're playing right now, and the positive impacts that they'll have, there'll be times in the season where it may be a little bit tougher, or they'll go through a little bit tougher of a stretch, but those are all things that come with every rookie playing, and just going to try to put them in positions to be as successful as possible.
And I just want to single out Derek just for a quick second. He played 35 minutes in that last game. He didn't play in preseason, barely played in that previous game. So what stood out to you about his play?
Yesterday, I just told him it was just impressive to see how he was able to just come in and play 2 games and have big minutes and have a big impact so soon and so fast. So credit to him. It just shows how he is as a hooper, as a gamer, as a baller, and it's just things that we got to continue to just make easier for them, to make their rookie lives a little bit easier on the court. But it comes to time, experience, and reps.
Z's put up big numbers in the first 2 games. What stood out to you about what he's doing so far?
I mean, he's just being aggressive. He's being dominant. I mean, he's getting to that paint. He got shooters around him now, which allows them to have more spacing on the court, allowing him to get downhill. So continue to play his game, be aggressive. Like obviously we need that. We need Z to play like that if we want to be a good team. So it's all just a matter of time before everybody, every piece of our team and this machine that we have until everything gets going properly functioning, and then we'll get on a nice little roll.
Yeah, what's that been like just trying to sorting out all handling responsibilities? But you guys got a lot of guys who can make plays with the ball, just figuring out, when to let this guy do him, when to, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're still figuring that out now. Obviously, we got guys who are experienced in the league, who've been here for a while, who knows what it takes. I think it's more so down the stretch that we're gonna get figured out whose hands the ball needs to be in, whether it's me, whether it's Z, whether it's the guy who's feeling it, whether it's a matchup problem on defense. But that also goes to just being in 2 close games, the first 2 games of the season. A lot of teams don't have to experience that until a couple of weeks maybe, and figure it out. So it's good that we were able to see that, and it's just a couple of things we can iron out that will make it a little bit smoother down that stretch.
Do you feel like one of the things that can be helpful, key to success down the stretch, is running in actions with either Trey or Z? Because I remember, I think it was about 3.5 minutes to go in OT. You brought the ball back out, ran a pick and roll with Z, found him, and he got an easy 2.
I mean, you want to put the ball in your best player's hands down the stretch. I think that is what it comes down to, especially when it comes to playoff basketball. You don't want to get too lost in running a specific action unless it's something that's been working all game. But you use the first 3 quarters to kind of set that up, to figure out what you want to do in the fourth. I think last night it was really good when me and Z down the stretch got into a couple ball screens. Just because I know the coverage that I'm going to get. I'm going to get 2 on me every single time, but it's hard to put 2 on me when you got somebody like Z also in the action. So that'll be a strength of ours. But me also coming off being aggressive to score, but just playmaking. I think I found Z in the pocket one time for a roll, and then I got Herb. Herb got a wide open 3 on the left wing, which is a great shot. It's a big shot that he'll make 90% of the time. So those are good looks and good actions. I don't think it's more so like a specific player, but we're wrinkling those out right now. I think it's good that we were able to see those in the first 2 games.
You see, last 2 minutes that you got the clean still up there?
Man, I ain't had to wait for the last 2 minute report. I knew in the game it was off his legs, bro. And I knew it. The ref didn't look at me though, so I knew he probably didn't want to, go too much into, and too much with that last second play. But I mean, I feel like I just made a good play on the ball. The game's really not over until the last whistle. It could have put us in a position to, make a play, but that comes down to earlier plays in the game, not just the last one.